Hello, thank you for joining me again. You and the pigeons. The pigeons seem to be cavorting around this area at present. Probably because I think they are still nest building. And one seems to have taken over a nest in there that was, I'm not sure what bird it was, but it was a small bird, probably a sparrow. And I've seen the pigeon working its way in through the twigs, but I don't think its large backside will actually fit in the little nest. It's now trying the same in a tree over there. Oh, I give up. Right, they are obviously turning into squatters in my yard. On that note, I will begin talking about one of my pet, I won't use the word hate, one of my pet dislikes, politicians. And I have mentioned them before. And now, obviously, not the dog next door joining in as well. It didn't shut up all last Sunday. Right, I am cutting it out. I am not going to stop another recording. Politicians. Yeah, we've got them lining up now, putting their wares on display in an effort to take over as leader of the Conservative Party and Prime Minister, now that Boris has sort of pseudo resigned, though he didn't use the word. The trouble is that they're coming out with so many of these promises, and we know that promises like this, they won't be kept. And the newspaper people, the social media people, they're all frantically digging up the dirt from the past on these politicians. And there was one comment that I honed in on. I shall read it. Rishi Sumi, who in an interview in 2007, okay, he could very well say that his ideas have changed since then. I probably would say that. He said, quote, "I have friends who are aristocratic. I have friends who are upper class. I have friends who are working class. Well, not working class." So what that means, I am not sure. Whether he suddenly realised, he thought, oh no, I haven't, how can I say that? His constituency of Richmond in Yorkshire, presumably, it might have a smattering of aristocrats and upper class people, but I should imagine there's a healthy core of working class people there. So does he have much of a concept of these people if he doesn't actually consider any to be worthy of being his friend? As for the women politicians, it's not just the men for whom I have it in. Yes, I'm sure there are some decent ones, as with the men, but the women, I always get the feeling that they are trying to out-testosterone the men in so many ways. Maybe they feel that's what they have to do to get their voice heard. I don't know. Maybe if we stopped with all the baying that goes on in the House of Commons, then it might be an improvement. But they are what I would call bust thrusters. Yes, their voice will be heard, even if it involves, whoa, pigeon landing on the top of my umbrella now. There's a takeover of pigeons. I really don't trust them. And then you've got people like, now I've written down her name, Andrea Jenkins, who gave the finger to a crowd, or as she described, a mob outside of Downing Street. Her reply when challenged about this was that I'm only human. Yeah, but she is within the Ministry of Education, so if the kids go round doing the same, maybe they can say, well, I'm only human. See if they get away with it. I should imagine that some will try, and some teachers will be thinking, oh, thank goodness it's nearly the long holiday, and they'll have forgotten about it by September. So, on that note, and apologies for ranting and apologies for the pigeons, I shall move away down into the garden and let them get on. Oh no, there's 2 pigeons balancing on the top of a pole trying to procreate. That really does mean I have to go. Thank you for listening. Take care. Do hit the like, even though I've rambled. And please, if you haven't already done so, do subscribe. Thank you for listening. Speak to you tomorrow. Bye.